What's up, everyone? Julia here.
And Trent.
And we're here with episode 9 of Andor.
Nobody's listening. Banger of a Linkin Park song. But also, I'm going to assume that's got to do with the prison, and they are basically self-sufficient in how they're organised with Keno Loy. Andy Serkis, my God, so good. Andy Serkis being the floor manager, and the guards basically have removed all hope in that prison, and if they don't perform to build whatever they're building, there's been speculation it's been the Death Star. I said at the end of the last reaction that they could be actually building more levels or more prisons, which would be even, which somehow, aside from the Death Star, that would be even more evil.
Yeah.
And then you have Bix being captured by Dedra.
Yes.
Yeah, and the interrogation scene where she sees a friend. And, don't let her see. Deidre is manipulative and evil.
Deidre is evil.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they go because all hope is just being sucked out of Andor at the moment. And basically anyone who was tied to Luthen. So yeah, very interested to see where they go with it. I'm very excited too.
Very keen.
Let's check it out.
I don't like wasting time. But one must be careful. You pull in the net, and the easy thing, the quick thing, is to assume that everything you've dragged to shore is a fish. But I take a more nuanced view. I try.
Little whisper in the ear. I try.
So here's what we'll do, Bix. I'll tell you everything I know to be true, and in doing so, perhaps convince you to cooperate without intervention. Failing that, we have Dr. Gorst.
Hello.
Developed a unique interview system some of us are very excited about. As you now know, we brought in Salmon Park last night. We tracked him to a radio hidden in his yard and thought he might cooperate without encouragement. For a man with very little actual rebellious activity on his resume, he was remarkably resistant. Which, of course, just makes us think there's more to be learned.
Yeah, more to
Which
hide.
leads to a longer session. And suddenly it's morning, and there we are. Wasting time.
The torture and interrogation's already started. Mental games.
Yeah.
He was sent the fractal radio unit you used yesterday afternoon. Did you know Salmon Park was paid to keep that radio alive? Did you know you were the only one to use it? Were you aware that the buyer, your contact, met Park only once before being turned over to you?
You can't believe what she's saying either, though.
No.
You're in my net, Bix.
Oh, the eyebrow.
Fish, or are you a thief? Now, I would prefer a conversation rather than put Dr. Gorst back to work.
Let's
But
just bring the
that,
doctor back into it.
for the moment, is entirely up to you.
You're ISP, aren't you? Worst of the worst.
You're going to tell me absolutely everything you know about the buyer.
You seem to enjoy this.
Going to tell me all about Cassie and Andor and their relationship. You will be giving me a full, detailed accounting of every single piece of stolen Imperial equipment you've passed along. Where it came from, who was bribed along the way, and where it is gone.
I don't know the buyer.
Really?
Really?
And that's the hard thing, because she doesn't.
Well, Salmon Park says you've had at least 6 meetings.
She has
he's
met him,
aware
though.
of.
Yeah, true.
He says you sit up on that radio for hours at a time.
Yeah.
6 face-to-face meetings. He and Andor, blowing up buildings and killing security guards. You're injured trying to warn them. Your co-worker is killed trying to win your freedom. Andor and the buyer escape together.
Here's what you've
Sounds
lost.
to me
What's cost
like
you?
a nest of relationships. The very worst thing you can do right now
Please stay silent.
is bore me.
Oh.
You're not gonna believe me anyway, are you?
Yeah.
No,
Ah.
I suppose not.
Oh, the little twinges, the facial expressions are so good.
It was weird because it was such an honest conversation as well.
Yep.
She really didn't lie.
Yep. And
But
what was the point? You won't
What was
believe
the
me.
point? You're not going to believe me anyway.
Yep.
Right.
Aw.
Good luck.
What do you say, old timer? Short timer. Make a run for the win?
I am. I might need some help.
Aw.
The twitch. What? Come on.
Right,
Yep.
switch up.
Why? Keep us fast. There's a better way of saying that. A hand.
What's all this? Oh, just a little rebalancing.
And.
Who that? What you want?
Be 41 shift tomorrow.
You are the next man out. You are the shortest of the short. This is what your idea.
Me? No. Stagger. Are you kidding?
Turn. Wise move. Ulap is going home.
I don't feel like he's
I
going
don't
home.
feel like he's going.
Especially based on what he said last episode, where it's all a facade. You don't
Yeah.
go home.
It's much safer for you to be tethered as we engage. There's nothing intrinsically physical about this process, but we've had some early trials that were a bit chaotic.
Okay, Mr.
Dr. Ghost?
Yeah.
Dr. Ghost? We gave him an evil name.
Yeah.
There was a sentient species there, quite unusual. I say was because they created such a stir that the local commanders were granted permission to use any
I was
means
going to say
necessary.
exterminate them.
They make a sound as they die, a sort of choral, agonized pleading. It's quite unlike anything anyone had ever heard before. And they were found hours later, huddled together in various states of emotional distress in a crawl space beneath the ship's bridge. We've taken the recordings and
Oh,
modified them
no.
slightly, layering,
I was like, where's he going with this story?
and we've found a section of what we believe are primarily children, which has its own particular effect.
Alright, we're just going to give you, like...
Yeah, nothing painful. We're
like,
going to drive you
We're
mad.
just going to drive you mad with the sound
With
of
the
the
sound
species
frequency.
Doesn't take
dying.
long.
Yeah.
It won't feel that way to you.
You'll want to be sure of that, Bix. That you're cooperating fully. It's repeat listenings that cause the most damage.
That was I thought we were going to hear it too.
I thought we were going to hear it too. God damn.
And then good transition into a into a drill. Oh.
Taking my run.
All right, he's testing it out. He's testing out the timing and the
Yeah.
guards. Oh, he's stashing stuff. Well, sabotaging stuff.
Sabotage.
Hold position.
Oh well, before you got his time, you need to make the most of it.
2 men back. 2 weapons.
No boots.
Silence!
He's touching the rail.
Believe me now, the elevator's not wired.
Oh.
Nothing that moves can fry you.
They attack while they're coming down. Now.
They'll just go back up.
No. We make it stop. We shut it down halfway.
Then he can jump
Take
up.
1 guard, 1 weapon.
So they're not wearing boots
They're
for
not wearing-
insulation.
yeah.
Yep. I do like how observant they're being. Oh god.
Don't put them away. Shall we begin?
Jeez.
When was the last time you spoke with Cassian Andor?
The interesting thing is that they're using real world torture techniques that have been used.
Do you think I don't want to win? Am I working or not? 1 rack up, hours to lose. What are you waiting for?
Working himself hard. Cassian's concerned.
Keep her here. Keep her alive.
As a hostage?
As a witness. She's the only one we've got who can identify Axis.
And Salmon Park?
I don't care.
I'd like to hang him.
What's left of him, anyway. Make sure they know who's in charge.
As you wish.
Oh.
It's like, as a witness? Or,
Yeah.
like, do we need her speaking? Like,
Yeah.
the levels of them.
The Public Order Resentencing Directive is the next step on an all-too-predictable march toward complete, unchallenged authority. Our first responsibility is to the citizens who have sent us here. Our second vow is to protect the power
turning off the lights
and
quick.
independence of this remarkable chamber. Come with open minds. Those of you who still believe that when we enter this building, we are in a temple.
Oh, that would have been hard.
Yep. There are still those of us who believe that we're in a temple.
They called from the residence. Your cousin, she's arrived.
What?
Your cousin?
At the embassy. She's there now.
Well, they said you'd want to know.
If you're playing a game of political intrigue, don't be confused when something that unexpected pops up and be like, what?
What's going on? What are they saying?
I think it's level 2. You're right, you know.
I'm fine.
Level 2, far side.
Stagger. Something broken. What's he saying?
Level 2. He's coming this way around now. What's he saying?
It's amazing how being so separate, they're so in the dark about everything.
What was that?
I was going to say, that's never happened before.
It's nothing. Someone didn't load in. They are counting.
That was a lot of power that just got used, potentially.
Yeah.
What do you think's happening?
It's 2. Something's wrong on 2. They're going too fast. I can't read it.
Everybody calm down! You haven't got a clue what they are saying. Level 2, far side. Level 2. Are you all scrambled or something? It takes a week for one word to get all the way up here, and you're panicking about something that's happening on the other side of the building. How many hands does it take for one word to get through up here?
It's a long way, Kino, yes, but you've got to
Stand in place. On progress. Feet down. Face
He's right, but it's also the panic also travels faster.
Yes. So this will be interesting.
Yeah.
Where have you been? Traveling. 6 months. There's a lot to see. I don't have enough to worry about. Look at you.
The Empire doesn't rest, Mon.
So Vel's
Rebellion
actually
comes first.
Mon's cousin?
Yeah.
We take what's left.
Seriously, Vel, what does he have you doing?
Who?
You know
Not one
who.
to worry about. Trapped here, boxed in.
Please tell me you're being careful.
Things are happening. There's risk. There's no other way.
You barely made it out alive.
It's got a spinning out of it.
You took a vow.
You flap that mouth if it was any longer. You'll regret it.
I'm sure you thought about it. How many guards on each level?
You want out of here alive, turn that part of your mind off.
Okay.
I love the positioning of those two. The one who's
Shifts you have left.
wanting to get out, the one that's admitted realizes he won't.
So, tell me what you know before you go.
You've been warned.
You think they care what we say?
You're on your own with this.
Why? You think they're listening?
Yeah, they're not paying attention.
Yeah.
I know this. They don't need to care. All they need to do is turn this floor on twice a day and keep their numbers rolling. Why bother listening to us? We are nothing to them. Melch is right. We're cheaper than droids and easier to replace.
Good luck to you.
Hear what we say. Nobody's listening. How many guards on each level?
He's right though. They're not monitoring.
Nobody's listening.
Yeah. Nobody's listening. No one's paying attention. The guards couldn't care less. You just see your face walk past every so often.
Colleen gave us a list of every piece of gear that came through Ferrix, and we think we've already got a match to a targeting unit recovered from a safe house operated by a rebel cell associated with Maya Pei.
Andor.
He's all the way through this.
Yes, and that's what I'd like to highlight. Andor returned to Ferrix 3 nights after Aldani with money in his pocket.
Couldn't that be from the sale of the Star Path?
Can't be. They left it behind, right?
Yep.
You're trying to connect Aldani?
He was clean shaven. Andor had shaved. Question. Describe his appearance. Answer. He'd shaved his beard. And 2 soldiers from the garrison who got a look at him felt there was some similarity to our reference picture.
Well, that's worth running down. An Aldani connection would certainly amplify interest.
You didn't question the mother?
I decided to wait. Better now leaving her in place and standing back. She's too old and frail for anything serious, and if nothing else, she's our bait. She's the reason Andor came back.
Perhaps they communicate.
Yeah, she's bait, but she's also strong-willed.
We're on her full time.
God damn, she's being watched by 2 different, both the rebels and, the Empire.
Yeah.
God damn.
Well, that could mean Cinta's going to come in and help her out.
What happened to Unit 25?
We weren't told anything.
You're kidding? They don't know about it.
They were fried out. Killed. They're all gone.
Oh!
Who said? Both shifts.
100 men.
They did the whole level.
Heard nothing.
What did he say?
They're all dead.
Who's saying this?
Maintenance tech. We had a team go down.
He said they fried the whole bridge.
Holy crap! That's what the blackout was. He's having some realization now.
Yeah, they were making trouble.
On program, feet down. We will have immediate facility compliance or we will begin activating.
What did he say? What happened on to...
Yeah, we don't know.
We set them all free.
Oh.
Oh.
We need to be careful.
Yeah.
The less they think we know, the better.
The better.
Yeah.
Oh, he's completely disillusioned now.
Yeah.
Tighten up and listen. It's a rumor. Maybe it's true.
Maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not. We have heard nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just another day, another shit.
Oh.
So let's keep our mouths shut, keep our heads down.
This isn't for the men, this is for him.
Yeah.
Oh, the perspiration. Yeah, he's trying to do anything he can to believe that he's going to get out. And that they're going to be they're going to be fair, treat him fairly.
And that whoever he's let out after has been freed, not killed.
I move mountains to scrape you off the floor and put you back on your feet. And what do I reap? What is the return on my investment?
We were talking about you snooping on me.
The shadow of a son, a tenant,
Jeez.
a stranger.
Oh, that's you. You want to remember that.
All that time away on Morlana. What if I'd let your neglect drive me insane? Imagine that. Look back just months ago, when you could easily ignore me. Imagine I cracked.
I've been promoted.
I knew they'd recognize your promise.
The demands of my time will be increased.
Uncle Harlow will be so pleased.
Yep. Just say something that'll
Yeah.
keep it quiet and off my back.
I'm there. I got it.
That's it. That's it.
Right.
Okay, let's go.
They treat him well.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like a deterioration.
Yeah.
Find yourself a husband?
Wasn't on my list of things to do.
Well, you need a widower at this point. Who's left of any value at your age?
Yes, all the good ones are taken.
At least you've not gone political, Val. All the interesting people are getting very tedious these days.
No one ever calls me tedious. Take Colma.
Money.
Is that all it is?
I don't have enough to worry about.
Anything I can do?
Yes. Be a spoiled rich girl for a while. Remind people that's who you are. I'll try. What have we done, Val?
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark. making something of our lives.
I think it's something they both needed to hear.
Yeah, well, especially with the way her husband's treating her, and just the snide comments and loveless traditional marriage.
But also the
Also,
remember
no,
your mask.
Yeah, be that spoiled rich girl.
Be that performance.
And there you go. She's alone, scared.
Alone and scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going from the light to the dark.
How to not look dodgy.
Yeah. Let's look inconspicuous here, Cyril.
Oh god. Don't confront her.
Hello.
I know who you are. What are you doing here?
I wanted to thank you for the promotion.
I had nothing to do with it.
Well, my boss seems to think that you did.
We simply gave you a clean bill of health. Have you been waiting out here?
Yes. I'd never lie to you. I needed to find you, and it's not that easy to thank you for what you did and what you're doing. And to follow on and try to follow on the conversation we had last month.
That wasn't a conversation. You were brought in for questions. Are you stalking me?
I know you work here, and I come sometimes to see if we'll see you.
Oh god, you're gonna get beaten up.
I'm an ISB supervisor. Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in right now?
I thought I had ruined my life. I thought I was done.
And then
after meeting you and discovering you understood how
Cyril!
Just being in your presence,
Cyril! Stop speaking!
Life was worth living. I realized that if nothing else, there was justice and beauty in the galaxy, and if I just kept going, perhaps my deranged belief that there was something better fated for me in the future was
don't
touch her!
worth clinging to.
I could have you arrested. You're aware of that.
I want what you want.
Stop creep flirting!
I sense it. I know it.
You're out of your mind. I have already given you a second chance. You come near me again, you pursue any of this, and I swear I'll have you in a cage on the outer rim.
Don't.
Oh my god, that look! Oh, that was
just about to say,
creepy!
don't smile. You did the smirk.
Just came in. They picked up a rebel pilot an hour ago.
From our target list, where are they holding him?
A destroyer off Steerguard.
Get Dr. Gorst. Send him out there immediately.
I already did. He's on his way. Do you want to go?
Yes. No, there's no time. I'll interrogate remotely. Good work. Go.
He's climbing high.
He is.
There's a 400,000 credit withdrawal that's proving a bit of a problem. It appears on the ledger, then it vanishes. It needs to be papered over.
How?
Easiest thing would be a deposit.
If I had that much sitting around, I wouldn't have burdened you. How much trouble am I in?
There's no trouble at all unless they scan the accounts.
But that's coming. I need a loan.
A certain kind of loan.
You seem to have thought this through. You have someone in mind.
It's not a long list.
And yet you're afraid to say who it is.
Davos Cullen.
He is not a banker. He's a thug.
The wealthiest thug of them all.
Don't tell me you've spoken to him already.
I wanted to bring you a solution.
If you told him
that you're feeling constricted by the new tax laws, it's common enough.
A senator, 400,000 missing, what will he think?
I think it's just like everyone else he works with. You want what's yours.
And this is the other thing. She's going to have to get her hands
Has to get her hands dirty.
He wants to meet you.
And make...
He wants to meet here.
Yeah, make deals that aren't going to be great.
I could keep looking.
Gotta do it.
Yeah, especially with the time is final.
We've got a rebel pilot in custody, one of Anton Krieger's group. He was picked up at a customs check. We don't think Krieger knows he's gone missing yet. He's telling us there's a raid planned on the power station at Spellhouse.
Where was he heading?
On his way to Kafrine.
They'll count him missing soon enough.
Exactly. We don't want Krieger getting spooked. Can't hang on to him. We can't let him go.
Destroy the ship. Make it look like an accident.
There's too much at stake. If I were Krieger, I'd be suspicious.
We want Krieger moving forward.
What if we foul the ship? An accident, something mechanical. Have the pilot found dead in the cockpit. What would happen?
They'd have to find it, but they'd tow it into Kafrine.
If we did it quickly, staged it properly, let it drift into traffic.
Make it so top priority, quickly and carefully we leave no trace. Excellent work. I want a meeting with military intelligence immediately about Spellhouse.
he's our Trojan horse.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, so they're bringing Anton Krieger into it in multiple episodes now with the Saw Gerrera little plot from last episode. So I'm wondering...
Can we see where these things go?
Yeah, right. I'm wondering if they're going to, taking out all these rebels and trying to get them all, is that going to bring them all together? Oh, he's looking more ragged. Oh.
Table 1 in the box.
Olaf.
Come on, let's get this done.
He's overworking himself so much. He's...
Oh, it's the fear of the...
No, he's exhausted.
Inmates on program. Program in place. Low use tables in position.
Oh no. And they're forced to watch it. Jeez. Oh, he's not gonna make it.
He needs a doctor. Into the cell. Moving, come on, keep moving. Keep moving, moving. 1, 2, 3. All right, take his head. Gotcha. Sinska, tell him we need a med tech up here. We've only got a few shifts left. You're going home. Haven't seen you for a while. Haven't gone anywhere.
Oh.
His name's Olaf.
I've seen him before. Hold up.
He's only got 40 shifts left. Just want to get him up and about.
Look at me, brother.
His name is Olaf.
I don't want to know his name.
He's got 40 shifts left. So we just want something to get him through the next few days. Get him back on his feet.
That's another option.
What?
You can't save him.
Nothing to save. He's had a massive stroke.
What are you doing? I can't help him.
Oh.
I can't help anyone.
Oh.
I need a bag and a trolley.
It's coming.
Oh.
He's lucky. He'll pass peacefully, which is more than I can say for the rest of us. Another week like this, and you'll be begging for what he's getting.
What do you mean?
So he knocked him out and now he's going to kill him.
Hold his shoulders. You. Hold his legs.
What happened on level 2?
You want to keep your men in line. You'll feel nothing. He's passed.
Oh.
What do you mean? Keep my men in line. What happened down on 2?
I need a bag and a trolley.
I said it's coming.
I made a mistake. A man who was just released on 4 ended up back on 2 the next day. Word got out on the floor and then they killed them all.
You need those other men there.
They're just leaving.
Now.
If he was released.
What?
You heard me.
They just cycled them through different levels.
Are they? Not now. Not after this. At least your friend is free.
You two, on program now. Up, hands on your heads.
Oh my god.
No.
Come on, let's go.
Oh no.
Circus's face.
Guards on each level.
Never more than 12.
Yes! Never more than 12. Oh, yes. That was perfect.
That was a revelation, but so sad, but...
That was perfect. Just... Circus is the perfect actor to deliver something like that. It's just...
He is.
It's powerful. Seeing him break and the illusion that he was going to escape just get taken from him throughout the episode.
Yeah.
Circus, thank God, he's so freaking good. He is so
But
good.
that deliverance of in the quarters of the look, just stop it. We're gonna get out. If you
Yeah.
just keep your head down and bugger off. And then how Andor is as well, because it showed a lot of his personality as well, to be that confidant quite quickly and to go, come on, look, are they really listening to us?
Just
Look, I
tell
can
me.
just say this. No one's gonna care. But then to sit there and to go, just shush, boy, I just want to get out
And
and
it's
get home. And then they took someone from four, and then put them on two.
On two, yeah.
It just confirmed what we were thinking and what the other guy was saying as well.
No one escapes.
No
so
one
it's
actually escapes.
Yeah, that's incredibly evil.
That's
incredibly evil. We're here until they don't want us anymore.
Which means also there must be a reconditioning program to stop the people, because you got to know, all right, I'm coming close to my end, which means you get reconditioned to
possibly, or it's either the
cycle.
reconditioning or they just killed.
Now they're just
killed. Yeah, keep your men in line. You don't want what happened on 2. But to get rid of it just shows how expendable and how beneath the Imperials that the prisoners are seen to completely. I mean, it's a labor factory to completely wipe out an entire floor of 100 people.
Yep.
And they'll just get more in.
Yep.
They've got the powers to just dominate.
It's exactly what Andor said. They're cheaper than droids. They're more expendable than droids.
Yep.
And they're easily replaced.
That's exactly right.
And
They
that
are
is such
expendable.
a scary thing to think of. And that, now saying that and now seeing what happened at the end of that episode, that makes me absolutely sick to my stomach thinking that.
But this series has done what very few other Star Wars... Well, what a lot of Star Wars projects have taken ages to tell, has done it in 9 episodes to show just how terrible and evil, not even the Emperor, just how evil the Empire is. As a whole. We're seeing the torture, the Dedra and Bix torture scene with Dr. Gorst.
The abuse,
the way they treat just everyday citizens. We are seeing just how terrible they actually are, as opposed to just hearing it and getting outside of the Skywalker and the Jedi and even just the actual conflict itself with the rebels, seeing it in action just on everyday planets. The Empire is desperate to have subservience and to maintain power. Their power is through fear and oppression. It is amazing how we're seeing it. It's a terrible thing. It is incredibly terrible. There's analogies for the real world that are being shown in there. The torture scene is one. It's just so powerful to see, and it's just so... It creates such a greater appreciation for the rebellion that comes.
To know what will come after this gives that so much more appreciation for what they were fighting for, and gives more meaning to what they were fighting for.
But it also gives a greater appreciation for how the sequels occur, and just, once the Emperor's overthrown, there's a power vacuum. There's a lot of people who have been programmed and grown up in this Imperial dominance that are very pro-Empire. So it's going to be natural that there's going to be someone who still has those values to rise up and want to be the next dictator.
And then we're seeing that impact as well through Cyril.
Yeah.
Where we're getting... It's quite nice.
Cyril.
We're getting the kind of multi-layered and multi-circle. How we talked about last episode, how there's multi-layers of the rebellion, how you can be the different factions and how they need to unite as one to like get a better impact. We're now seeing the Empire kind of get into that splitting of factions into you've got your extremists in that aspect, because Cyril is acting very creepy. Very creepy. That's that just unsettled me the whole time.
But can we talk? I mean, it's added more creepiness just by how he was lit and the makeup they had on him to make him really pale, and the sharp blue eyes.
The blue.
That's Thrawn you're thinking of.
No. I noticed the the waterline and everything of the, because then it put into perspective of how long have you been here? How long have you been waiting here? Are you stalking me?
Yeah, the dry eyes.
The dry eye aspect. And then the touch of the arm. It's like, don't. She can beat you, not only physically but mentally, and have you put in a cell and the Outer Rim. And she
was-
needs to do that. As evil as she is.
That's the thing. She's a great addition. She's a wonderful character.
Wonderful addition.
She's a terrible
terrible
person.
Terrible
But she is a
person.
wonderful character to just really show the means of someone with drive in the Empire, what they will do to get the information. And just the little conversations of how she was with Bix, with the I'm being nice. You don't want Dr. Goss to come into it and just tell me. You won't believe me anyway.
Yep.
The dialogue's just has been excellent.
Phenomenal.
The acting's been excellent. And it's just, in that interrogation scene, there was no music.
Yep.
It was dead silence, just the footsteps, the conversation. I honestly expected a high frequency weird noise when the headphones got put on.
But to have it absolutely dead silence and to
just
hear Bix's
zooming into the face
scream.
and seeing the
But then we're also seeing a lot of the build up of not necessarily secondary characters but background characters as well. So her assistant, the other soldiers in that area to go, I want to hang him up.
Yeah.
Let me hang him up. Let me make an example of him. What's left of him. And then I've already sent him. I've done this. The rise of power through there, where you're getting multi-levels of not necessarily core characters, but those ones to build that bigger story, and the impact that has is amazing.
Well, on that, I wonder if Dedra's 2IC is making a power play for her position and she doesn't realize it because she's so focused on...
Oh, he is wholeheartedly waiting for her to stuff up.
Because she didn't even blink when he said, I've already done this.
Yep.
She's the commanding officer.
Yep.
You don't just make a decision without your commanding officer. I mean, I'm going to assume I'm not in any sort of military thing, but you don't... In a workplace, you don't...
In a workplace, it's I prepare something to do, but I get...
To get approval from the boss.
To get approval first. It's like, oh yes, that's already... Like, the wheels are in motion. I was just waiting to pull out that last little clog.
Good initiative.
Yeah.
Pull out that last little what?
Last little clog to...
Oh, clog. I thought you said cock. I was like... Okay. I misheard that entirely. Misheard that. And that's staying in the video. But yes, it's the last bit of, I'm shown initiative and, I still got to get approval for something that's significant like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting to see, but the prison scenes and just how we're getting expanded outside of the table as well, outside of that table where you've got other characters that are like, look, he's touching the railing. That's not electrified.
Yep.
He's not wearing boots. And just the observations that are going on. So that entire level could easily... Now that's happened, I'm very excited for the next one because Prison Break!
I think we're going to get a Prison Break.
Prison Break! And how many of them are going to get out? I mean, there's one character from Rogue One that's in there on Andor's table. But just seeing Kino Loy and just his entire... just everything shatter around him, his world shatter, that I'm so close to getting out. And then having Olaf's, he's only got 40 days left. No, it's...
But the doctor not even acknowledging that we just need something to get him through. It's like, he's got 40 days and it's like, this is a kindness.
The turning point in that scene was the doctor saying, I don't want to know his name.
Yeah.
Meaning, I've got to kill him.
Yeah. And
once all those little things happened where he's put the mask on him and it's he can't be saved, or that's not how it works. When he said, can you save him? I'm not equipped to.
Yeah.
Meaning they only give me gas to knock him out and a injective system to execute them. Yeah. He's not a doctor, he's an executioner.
Yeah.
Imagine, and he's a prisoner because he was in the prison guard. He was barefoot. Yep. Imagine that being your primary role. And then this will be me eventually.
Yeah.
Like that is ridiculous. Just how sadistic and evil the Empire actually is. But it's such a damn good show. It's so good.
Loving it.
And not a single blaster. Not a single fight.
Not a single...
The only fight was Loy punching in the gut when he was trying to get the floor sorted when they had their hands up in the tunnels. But it just shows how powerful the show is when it's a dialogue-heavy show. You've got interesting characters, and the script is super tight, and you've got amazing actors that can deliver
those lines.
Powerful lines. That last line could have been the corniest line.
Yep.
But with Sergis delivering it, he needs to be in more things. Yes. Not just as a character actor or a VA, like a motion capture artist, but he should be
in more.
In as much as possible. Like Matt Berry should be in as much as possible. Everything he touches just gets made great.
Yeah.
But no, very much excited to see the next episode with what I'm going to assume is either the prison break or
building up, because
we've only got 3 episodes left, and they're doing trilogy storytelling with the episodes, with a director doing 3 episodes. So I think we're going to get a nice little
closure to the season.
Yeah,
definitely.
Very good. Very excited. Can't wait. I'm loving this show so much. Anyway, tell us your thoughts in the comments. If we've missed anything, have a discussion in the comments. We love hearing from you and engaging. So tell us your thoughts in the comments. I'm Trent.
I'm Julia.
And until next time, keep it nerdy.